So, Chuveath, and we will talk today about the Thai youth movement, as we started in 2014, probably with the military coup in the country, and since that time, that movement has gone through the remarkable development. There has been several ups and downs. And we can, for people who don't know too much about that, I said that movement has been against, on one level, against the military authoritarian rule at that moment. But it has been also really the continuation of the very, very long historic struggle in Thailand between the democratic reform forces and the royal military establishment. But even more, there has been a probably very, very important dimension of the basically youth generational uprising against the deep social injustices, against the conservative social dominance of the establishment, and against the monopolistic oligarchic economic system. So there has been a multi-layer kind of motivation of the many, many young people to participate there. And this is what we want to discuss. But this movement is not really known too much to the people outside of the Asia. So truly, if we can start by just a little bit, taking us through the phases of that movement, how it developed, how it reached, how it transformed during this development.
Okay, I think I need like first 2 minutes to describe about the journey of democracy in Thailand first, and next 2 minutes I will say what happened in that each era about the democracy movement, and next 2 minutes I will describe about 2020 movement. Okay. I think we should start that Thailand 90 years ago we have a revolution, change from the absolute monarchy to democracy, but after that we still have more than 13 military coups and 20 constitutions. Yes, 20 constitutions. So it's mean that half of that time is was conquered by the dictator. It's not the democracy country like that. We are a hybrid democracy. Sometimes we have election, and when the federalism don't like the governor, they will change it. They will have a coup. So we always have something like this. Every constitution they gain more power for military and monarchy. So let's talk about the last military coup. The last military coup happened in 2014 when we got arrested when we against the coup. Security agencies always called us and say that, this is not the time to do something like this. It is the transition period. What is the transition period? Some Thai people don't know what kind of transitions, but all the activists know what it is, a transition of the throne from Rama 9 to Rama 10. So if you see this picture, you will see that the Thai democracy depends on the power of the monarchy and especially the cultural power. The monarchy cultural power raised the peak point in Cold War after American support. American support by they use they pay for Thai army to fight in Vietnam War. They use the Thailand as a base camp. They pay for the propaganda for monarchy. So as the war against the communism, they use the monarchy. So from the Cold War, the movement at that time, especially left movement, uh, in 70, you will see the students movement. Uh, they 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 have more than 200,000 people rally in the Bangkok. It's a huge one. It's a famous one. It's called October 14 incidents. But after that, just 3 years after that rally, they have 6 October incidents. 6 October incidents is a massacre in Thammasat University. The newspaper called Dao Siam post that, okay, one of the like one of the role play in Thammasat University, role play as a king was hanging on the tree. They blame that they want to destroy the not the king, the son of the king, but now he already Ramaten. And after that, after that morning, some people, not just the security agency, normal people come to that Thammasat and kill each other. It's another kind of license to kill. So after that incident, student movement go back to the forest, join the communist army, and use the gun, use the weapon. Okay, but Thai monarchy they smart enough. they have some opportunity for that students movement to come back from forest to back to the university and give their opportunity without any like sue with any lawsuit. After that, in after the end of the Cold War, we have one democratization movement. It's called Blood May, Prusapatamin. Black May, yeah. After Suchinda Khapayun, one of the dictators come back to Thailand after they leave. Students rally the protest and to against them, and yeah, they have a coup, and that time they forced disappear one of the famous unionists called Thanong Phoan, and after that we have after that rally, there are a lot of people die, but after that, just 1 year or 2 years, they have elections, and after 4 or 5, 6 years, we have a new constitutions, the democracy one, the first democracy constitution in it's called 2570 constitutions. And what is the in BC? Let me calculate. See. Okay, 1997 constitutions. So, but at that time, do we have a Tom Yum Kung crisis? If you don't understand, it's come from the rates of the money and George Soros thing. Okay, you understand this, and because from Tom Yum Kung crisis, it makes some like tensions with the people. So I think because of that tension, so monarchy take like 9 years or 10 years to have a next coup, it's not a normal because they always have every every 3 or 4 years. But at that time they have 9 years. They used 9 years to have a next coup. And then they have 8 years for another coup. You will see how it's changed because in the next coup after that constitution, it's 2006. What happened is they have a red shirt and yellow shirt. Yellow shirt movement support the royalists they name they are royalists. Red shirt is they say they are democratic side, but some of them is Thaksin Shinawatra supporter. Some of them criticize the monarchy. There are a lot of people in both wing. They also different. But this is the first time after Cold War that we heard about. Okay, let's criticize the monarchy. But it's still the minority. They're marginalized by the like the leader, and after 2014, it seems like everyone cannot say it about the monarchy anymore because every single activist who criticized the monarchy got arrested and they need to leave. They like some people died at the Menam Khong at the Khong River, and in their body have a concrete stick. Somebody forced disappear at Cambodia, and it's in the fear mode. And even though you want to have a seminar about the welfare or about your living, they will send us security agency. If you have more than 5 people, it's not rely to what they order us to do. And sorry for my broken English. But you understand, right?
I understand, no problem. Go ahead.
Yeah, and okay. So now I'm gonna talk about the past 10 years of youth movement. After 2020, as I say, is a fear mode, is a fear era. 1 year after that, in 2015, we have a 1 year memorial in front of Bangkok Art Cultural Center of Thailand. There are 20 students there in Bangkok, and around 7 people. So when I don't know, 10 or 7 students in Khon Kaen, they got arrested at that day, and after that they become friends and comrades, and then they want to connect each other, like Rangsiman Rom, Pakon Arikun, Chontisha, Changrel. You know them, right? They become a famous activist after that. They connect each other, but if as a facilitator, we know that it still have some different kind of activists there. If you are the activist from the rural area, you are well organized. You know how to manage everything and how to have a relationship with other people and how to organize. But if you are from the Bangkok, in the capital city, you you will have a skill on mobilizing, but not organizing. You have a plenty of interest from the media. You don't care how to like waiting and listen to other diversity in your network. So these two kinds of difference have some crash in the first movement. It's called NDM, New Democracy Movement. They all young. We all young at that time. I just 24, and other people just 22, 26, like that. And after that, some of them split from the network to become an organization called DRG, because they know they are too, like, they cannot wait, because sometimes it's something like this. You have 10 groups in the meeting, and every group have one vote for this decision on some decisions. But this group is really small, and this group is really big. They have more than 60, but this group have just 3 people. Why they have the same vote, same count, and it's a classic issue, right? to make a consensus, and at the time we don't know how to solve this, and yeah, we fail at that time, but we still setting some platform, it's not just my work, but everybody here. I think a lot of adult people or a lot of organizers want to set some space for young activists to meet each other. They don't rush too much, don't interrupt too much, just have a space for them. And connect them from across the country to let them know each other. And after just 2 or 3 years, Chuveath setting the student union from that opportunities. But you know, it still have some crash between the NGOs organizer who organize those kind of events to let you met each other, but the student don't want to join those schedule. They want to discuss by themselves. They want to design the topic. They want to discuss. They want to know each other more. So from that time, I know that, okay, what is our role? What is the main role of NGOs to escalate the movement? Maybe it's just provide the space, provide the opportunity, not to rush to force them to do something, or just don't expect them to be a network. And because from that situation, they may know that they need to gather together. Then in 2020, I think in 2 years after the coup, we have a referendum, 2016.
16.
Yeah, we have a referendum, and we have a campaign against the military constitutions, but we fail again. Even we just go to the market and have a sign that please vote no to against the dictator, they will arrest us. There was arrest like more than 10 peoples, and we still have more than 100 cases from that referendum that not free and fair. From that referendum, the dictator won that referendum. They have the constitution that set their authority to um, to select the senator, and this senator, the first senator, they have 250 seats, and they also have a vote for prime minister.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you will see how they hide themselves to don't let people understand clearly that their power is still in this constitution. They still have a power to select the prime minister. So it means the authoritarian side, they have 250 vote in the parliament, and the MPs, we have only 500. It means 1 out of 3 they already have the power, so they just need just a bit of them, right, to select their prime minister. So that's why, unfortunately, no, fortunately, the democracy side won the elections, you know, but they really tricky. The election commission of Thailand, that was selected by the junta too. they recalculate. They have another formulations to calculate. Even in the law say that, okay, if you have the vote less than like 70,000, they don't write it clearly like this. They say like, if this quota come from the voters divide by the seats. So at that time we have 35 millions divided by 500. It means 70,000 per seat. Okay, if your party don't have the vote enough, you don't have a seat. It's really clear. It's really clear. But at that time there are nine small parties that don't have enough the vote to gain that quota and have a seat, because they just tricky. They want to they want to like to dilute the seats from future party, new how they call future party, right? Okay,
Future forward, future forward party.
Future forward party. Yeah, and future forward party is a orange side. It's another polar. As you know from previously, I say we have a yellow and red, and now we have a orange side. They criticize the monarchy. They are the academic and business owner and activists for a long time. They are the hope for that time, and they got dissolved in 2020.
2020.
So, yeah, 2020, 4 years after referendum and 1 year after elections. So, I think we have some 3 driving force for the people to have a protest at that time. First, you know that, okay, after Move Forward Party dissolved, Future Forward Party dissolved. A lot of students, first voter, they have some flash mob in the university, but not in the road, in the public side, not yet. They still have some movement in the school. But after have a COVID and pandemic, I think this is the second driving force that bring people who face the economic struggle come to join the protest more. And the third one is a force disappeared of Ta Wan Chalerm. So if you count how many people was, especially anti-royalist activists who got exiled or leave the country and hide themselves at Laos, Myanmar, and Cambodia, especially in Cambodia. I think around 7 people or 10, I can't remember. They got disappeared, and it's happened after the transitions. It happened after the transition of the throne. So we think, okay, we cannot just sit here and wait something come to our house and yeah, we need to do something. So it's drive people from the fear too, but when you push the people too much, and it seems like, okay, we cannot live like this anymore. So I think this is 3 driving force at that time. And those student union that setting up after coup, they become the leader of this movement. They've some of them start from just calling for like the free educations in pandemic period, or some of them start from like social welfare or temporarily UBI, universal basic income, along the COVID. But after the force disappeared, become the issues, and after we have a like in July of 2020, 18 July, yeah, that is the first time we rally the protest in the street, and there are more than 1,000 people join. And if you see in the protest, in the event, if you join every one of them, you will see some A4 sign that they write by themselves, and they always criticize the king and the monarchy, and some joke to about the monarchy, yeah. And you may know that, oh, this is the wind of change. Even on the stage, the speaker don't talk about the monarchy for that time, but they can see, they can see what happened at the street. And then in the October, Anon Nampa, one of the famous human rights lawyer who is still political prisoners, he wear the Harry Potter suit, and we have a Lord Voldemort with a gold frame, like a king, and we have a song that's called Expecto Patronum, and we stole every sign of the like the mass entertainment. Especially Hamtaro. Hamtaro is a cartoon about the rat hamster. We use that song in the protest, and it's a lot of fun. Thai people, they don't want to be they don't
Serious.
like the serious thing. They are gay. They they love to make a joke, and every time the MC always the LGBT, and it's make some vibe of the change, and that year the Pride Parade is become the famous event, and yeah, everything is changed in the cultural. Uh, Even the university that they have a sotas, or the authoritarian between the second year and first year, they always crash each other and oppress the younger. But at that time, they criticize themselves. They change how to approach each other, and some of the oppressor come to the public and sorry and apologize what I did. So yeah, this is a brief history.
Look, let's say there is one thing what is relatively unique in Thailand, and that when we look in the last 10 years, maybe even a little bit longer, we have basically the major youth mobilizations around the world. That obviously, the generation of the youth from 2000 onward has been reactivated politically and socially, and in many countries we have seen impressive youth movements. But almost all of these youth movements took a shape of the mass street protests as the only tactic or only tool which they are using to express their demands and their resistance to the corrupt, non-democratic government. In Thailand, we have something slightly different, that we basically have two developments. One is young people and students taking the street protest activism. And as you mentioned, in 2021, it reached, in a certain way, its peak. But parallel to that, we have emergence of the Youth Progressive Party, which at the beginning it has been the Future Forward Party. When that party was banned, it transformed itself in a Move Forward Party. And when that party was banned, it has transformed itself in a People's Party. So suddenly we have two ways how the youth movement is developing. One is through the mobilization and the protests and street activism, and another is through the party organizing and electoral politics. Do you have some explanation why in Thailand the youth activists also decided to go this party and electoral path, which is really kind of doesn't happen in other countries?
Okay, I think first of all, you say it correctly. It's just the mobilizing. It's not organizing. So when you want to gather together and don't have a place to go, don't have a group to discuss, don't have a ecosystem to live with your ideology, it's really hard, especially in the critical area that in the southern part of Thailand. If you are not the royalist, it's really hard to live in your daily life. Someone will force you to love. so so that's why when you have some structure as the political party, you need to have a like in the mechanism in each agency, right? So because you have a structure, that why from the the individual activists who don't have a group become the member of this party. This is the first one. The second one, I think, not just the political party, because the even though the political party is like the bucket of the resources, right? But another bucket of the resources is, say, CSO. They still have a campaign to let people have a participation, to sign petitions, to propose the new constitutions, or people amnesty acts, or like pension act. They always run something like this together. And when I work with ACT Lab, I use those campaign to organize people and structure some coordinating structure. But after I see this, I know that maybe it's not enough. We need some system that we can collect the resource together. That's why I moved to Daybreaker Network. At Daybreaker Network, we have like a CRM system. CRM is like a membership system, right? That was how capitalists learn from the union how to against the unions. And yeah, we use that too. And we don't have only like one system, but every organization, if you have an online workshop, you will collect the members, collect the participants, the resource together. We try to have a deep conversation with them, and have a break the silo, and let the people from several issues can learn from each other. Like if you are the civil rights movement leaders, and you are really talented on sign petitions, you teach each other. And you are the social welfare leaders, movement leaders, and you really talent on expert on like policy advocacy, how to legal drafting, you teach to other movement. So because we know that, okay, we don't have a like structure political educations in each movement. Even the unionists that I expect that they should have political education, internal political educations, but some of them it's not. Most of them is not. They focus on their working conditions. They've especially environmental issues. Some of them focus only the land rights, some or their issue. When we have a coup, that's why we don't have those kind of activists join us. We always have a youth, so we don't want to let those heritage useless. we recognize that those powers, they have some power, but they just lack of political education and connections and network. So we are trying in this era to reconnect those heritage and set the new movement. You may know that after to dissolve of Orange side of Orange Party from Future Forward to Move Forward and People parties. These three parties, it seems like it's same, but it's not. The first one, Future Forward Party, is bring some vibe of rebellion and some aggressive vibe. But Move Forward Party make some hope, make some possibility, vibe, and especially possibility to be a government. But people parties, it seems more bureaucracy. They tone down about the welfare, about the monarchy, about the politics. They tone down everything to, I think, to form the government. But it's failed because it's not touched people's heart anymore when you tone down like that. And I think it's in they are in identity crisis now. They need to think about, okay, what is next, what is the visions they should go, what is the character they should show. So yeah, they still have some conflict like that.
Retrospective about the whole when you think in a retrospective about the whole movement, and the cycle it has gone, let's say, whether it has been a strategic mistake of the movement to go into the party politics, or you think that has been, inevitable or legitimate try to do that, and then let's say it has achieved something, because at the end of the day, as you said, let's say they raised the huge hopes, they won in elections and have been prevented to form the government. So when you think in retrospective, do you think that has been a good path to go through, even at the end didn't deliver the results which everybody hoped, or maybe that has been a strategic mistake?
I think the mistake is when they vote for Anutin to be the prime minister from the war between Thai and Cambodia. At that time, Hun Sen, the prime minister of the Cambodia, leaked the record. They say that he will leak the record of Thai prime minister, and from that time, as a peace builder and as a democracy side, you should know that it's just the tool to have a political change, to tools to have a transitions, to get anger and let people to be a right wing. But that time it seems like Orange Party, they become more right. they use the narrative of the right wing. It's represent their ideology. Yeah, yeah. So
that has been the mistake. That has been the mistake.
Yeah. This is a mistake.
And then does that mean that, something what we started to discuss, let's say, this the development of the movement from the 2014, starting small, and then growing into the big movement, big protests, success of the youth political parties, which in many ways has transformed the Thai societies, really opened many questions, get a lot of people involved, but whether we are now basically, whether that cycle has ended, that we have gone through the peak and now we have gone through the disappointment and through the, in a certain way, defeat or temporarily defeat. And do you think, where the Thai civic activism is now? I said, okay. Where, you and your colleagues stand now?
Yeah, we just lose the elections, and people seems like don't have any hope. They're hopeless. But as the civic movement, I think this is the time for two things. First thing, to criticize our organizing strategy, as you cannot use the same strategy about the mobilizing anymore, to just have a popular leader or like use the character, just just the surface, but the core value, what what is your trust, what is the ideology and imagination. It's a time for the fundamental things to discuss, and and also the strategy on the organizing uh, in in the rural area, and those structures. Um, this is the first thing to discuss about this. And the second thing, I think we have we have some shared pain point about the elections, because these elections, after 8 February, the, the we still don't have the official scores from Election Commission of Thailand after February 8th. So it's mean that there are something that we have a shared pain point on the elections. So how we use this anger, how we use this driving force. So I setting up some new acts about election observation acts. I have a model from Bawaslu. Bawaslu is the election of observation volunteer group in Indonesia. They have more than 300,000 people, and after that they become the state. they have their own act, and more than 500,000 now across the country. So we use that model, and I it's in the process of legal drafting. Tomorrow I invite some colleagues from several offices to review this act, and if it's okay, maybe in this year we will have a campaign on side petition first. From that campaign, I will use what Igor teach me to not just the campaign, not side petition campaign, but it will be organizing campaign. We will know who are you. We will reach out you. We will organize you to set some team in each constituency, and yeah, this is the if the curve, now we are in this curve.
Okay, and maybe maybe it's now a good time. You have mentioned a couple of times mobilizing, organizing. We should not just mobilize. We need to organize. Some of the people I have even I would say even quite a number of the people who will watch us, listen us. They don't really understand the difference between the mobilizing and organizing. You and I do understand it, but many people will not. So how you would, to somebody for whom this concept is a new one, they are doing mobilizing, they are maybe doing also organizing, but they still don't have these concepts in their mind clearly. How you will explain
Okay.
what is the difference, why one is important, why the another is important, how they interact? Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Um, when you mobilize people, it means you have some events or have some activities that you want let people to join. So you just call some people you know and trust you. Yeah, you can get the people, or maybe you post on Facebook and you get some participants, right? But you don't know them. That you cannot control the risk. You cannot guarantee their safety, but you will get some people from your popularity, right? That is the mobilizing. It's in the urgent incidents. It's important to have some quick win to have some mobilizations, right? But after mobilizations, how to have a long-term activist, how to have a long relationship with them, how do you know that next incidents come again and they will join your rally, or how the resource that we already have can pull it together. Maybe some of the participants in your rally have some knowledge or skill that more than just rally. They can contribute more than that, but you don't know them. This is why the organize important. The organizing, the root word is organ. Organ is a body that works together, right? Have a system to work together. So this is the art how to make people work together and have a long-term relationship with them with the same goal. So it's not just divide the role to the people, but to set the direction and set strategy together. To know that if something that you can go to that goal, but in from another route or another process, they may know that okay, it's relate on our core value or not, or they just pass the route and go straight to their goal. Like if you want some accountability and you have a gun to force people to force the governor to like have accountability, you can do, right? To point the gun to the people, to be a good person. You can do it, but what is the system? What is the long-term system without you? So the organizing is how we work with the humble that one day we're gonna die, and we need to set some heritage to next generations.
You are describing, what you are doing now, that you are the learning community by and for local organizers and activists to convert capacity into infrastructure for coalitions, movements, and strong civil society. So what struck me here is this kind of the convert capacity into infrastructure. Can you unpack that a little bit and explain what that exactly means and why you think that this is very, very important in general and in this particular moment?
Yeah, when we talk about the democracy is a big word, right? And those the people powers. It's the big word, and how to make people have a power, how to accumulate them, how people can know that okay, they have the power to change the world. So I think the knowledge is the power, and how to accumulate the knowledge, because traditionally the practitioner or organizers, they like a teacher in the hill, in the cave, that if you want to know something, you need to like live with them more than 3 years or 10 years to let them accept. This is what happened in the Asia. We have a tradition on how to transfer the knowledge. So it's really slow, and so that's why I think okay, how can it go to be the public? How can make people from across the country can reach the knowledge? So that's why it's turned to be 80% online and 20% in-person activities. We setting the CRM system that we collect the members together from several organizations. Let me have an example. We have we launched this in 2024. We have 500 members in the first from the June 24 to December. We have 500, and in 2025 at the end of the year we have 1,800, and now half years of 2026 we have 2,600 from more than like 40 courses. Some course we have 200 participants, and some course we have the people from the deep south, that if you organize the workshop in Bangkok, in capital cities, you need to pay for each participants like $300. Yeah, $300 each. But at some course they can join like 40 people from rural area, so it's break some opportunity. And because it's the weekly sessions, in some topic we assign some group work, like okay, let's go back to your organization and talk about the strategies and criticize it, how to make it cheaper and more effective. And then in Monday they have discussions in their organization and come back with the homework. So it's not just the organization. We assign some question to their organization too, and somehow we have one of the, you may say, this local.
Yeah.
Okay, the branding of NGOs or CSOs or activist group is always aggressive and not friendly. So we have a class called strategy and branding to teach how to get more people and redesign. We have some designers who want to contribute with the movement to join this. So you will see some contribution from others circle, like in policy advocacy we invite some lawyer to have a legal drafting process after they have a clearly picture of their proposal. So this is what I'm setting the infrastructure to have a routine contributions between the circle to help the movement grow. Yes. Again, please.
Yeah, in certain phase when you are developing all these things, early on you have also with colleagues done research in a certain way, what are the key problems, key challenges. So what you have identified, what are the key problems in a Thai civil society and activism, and how you are then trying to address these problems with your key challenges which you identified?
Yeah, first thing, the people who don't understand the loop of the cycle of the movement, they may have a post-protest mental period or something that they cannot go ahead and still suffering from that blue period. And who can continue the civic life, that is the person who's still joining the campaign and they just work in the normal work in their real life. Is not important to be an NGO or party member. They can still join and enjoy it. And third one, the small activist group in 2020, they can turn to be organizations, even NGOs or a company or union, they have several kinds of organizations that they can setting up and still work. So this is what the organizing mean. Some of them fail, but it's okay. They have a skill how to. They have an experience, and the fourth thing I think the first one is a blue period, and second one is what? Civic life with daily life, and third one is they can continue by the organizing their own organizations. The fourth one, a lot of NGOs they have another the secondary pocket money from the they setting the company like an ILO. They setting the Wali company or a feminist free feminist group. They become the Narmit Pride company. They know that before the Trump executive order, we always discuss about this. One day, the funding will cut. We should stand by our own leg, and yeah, after it come, you will see Thai CSO, even they face some trouble, but it's not that much. They still continue their work, but the health workers in the borders, they got some trouble because they from USAID, like humanitarian aids. They got a lot of trouble, but the democracy movement, we can still continue our work. And what I found is the main participants in the protest in 2020. At first, I think it's Gen Z, but it's not. It's Gen Y. They already have a work. They are around, I don't know, 26 to 36. I don't know. Yeah, but some of them are business owner, and we found the business owner who provide the space for the activisms become the place to cultivate the activisms. This will be really important for us to use the physical learning space like this, and that's why I already developed the project. It's called Green Book. Did you ever seen the movie Green Book movie?
I have seen the movie. I have seen the Green Book movie. Yeah, I have seen.
The discrimination of the black people in America, right? So it's the same in Thailand. Political prisoners and political activists got some discriminations, especially in critical area. So I think we are mapping the safe space for the learning. We don't say directly that it is the democracy space like that. We hide it as a safe space for learning. And yeah, in last campaign, the referendum campaign in February, we have more than 700 business owner registered across the country. So this is a time to collect the relationship and go to them and thank you and have a long-term relationship. So we have a lot of work after I know Igor. Yeah.